Hey Dreamers, this is Jack to Plays, and today we're going to, of course, well, if you're watching this series, we're going to watch, we're not, yeah, we're going to watch both, we're going to do some more Cyber Street, and in the previous video we did the hell of the road, and yeah, a little bit like struggles, but I think I'm already happy with the outcome. And today in this video, we're going to fine tune and tweak a little bit of the path and also on the road itself still. I think maybe I'm going to add some puddles. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I will keep it like this. I need to see. And if we have enough time left, then I'll also do some like a new sculpt basically. So and I think that's going to be a fun sculpt. All right. So what I'm going to do, we're going into edit mode. There we go. I'm going to remove the hover effect. I never like hover effect. It's what always annoys me. So this is what we did like in the last video. But as you can see, like some stuff doesn't really look so good with like here's like it's a little bit washed out. So we're going to make that a little bit better. I do kind of like this version a little bit better than the other one. So maybe I'm going to blend that a little bit better in the other version as well. But before we're going to continue, I'm going to add a few of our assets that we made early in the series. And the reason what I'm going to do is so I can see what kind of a color that I need to go for. Because like we need to go a little bit like this color. So this is like the basically the staircase that leads to the door. Because we're going to have a door in our stuff, and like so. Doesn't have to be perfectly. It can be like a little bit like this. I don't care. So we're going to try to match these color a little bit. I can also like make this a little bit darker if I want to. That will be easy. That will be the easy fix. Maybe I can do that, to be honest. Maybe on the 30 and then we already have it. Maybe a little bit more. Nah. No, what I'm going to do, let's not do this. Because like I'm not like editing in the source. No, I kind of feel that this is going to be a little bit lighter. And then like just like it's matching this one. And maybe I already know what we can do in the other video, or like in this video as well. Not in the other video, this video. If we have enough time, I'm going to like repaint the other side so we can use this, on the side as well. So it's going to look like this. That's what we're going to do later on. So that at least that's like done, right? I'm stop going to brambling and start straight into it. I know myself, I can talk. And sometimes I talk nonsense. All right, so let me first make sure that this one is connected to each other. It is, so that's super nice. I think that I do prefer, and I'm going to use swear. And we're going to use serve snap, and we're going to use like not black, but one before that, so it's like it's a little bit like dark gray. Never use full black. If you maybe a little bit of a tip, Jack tip, during my skill videos, if you're going to paint in Dreams, never use the 100% color. Don't do it. I sometimes see people make the mistake. Don't do it. Always go for a tint that like looks like, for example, red or closer to red, but never go for the full 100% red, because that is going to hurt your eyes a lot. A lot of web artists, like web design artists, doing that mistake a lot. All right. So what I'm going to do, I am going to lower this opacity, and I think I'm just going to make this darker. I kind of like that. I kind of like when it's a little bit blend in a little bit. And of course, we're going to, like, I'm touching now a little bit the stone path, but we're going to make that lighter. We need to do that the other way around. And also, so that's like it's a little bit darker, as you can see. So it's like it's a little bit blend more in the world. And we're going to do that on. Okay, so yeah, I was a little bit afraid of that because like what happened here is because like we used some stuff earlier before in the previous sculpting video. I kind of need to recolor this in a color that I don't think we pre-made this. Did we pre-made this? Did I? No, I did not. So I need to have a color picker and then pick a color here. I think it's this one, and then hopefully that will. Yeah. Okay. Let's not do that. By the way, it's a little bit soft blend, so let me do a little bit less soft blend so we can paint this over again in a normal way. And like so. And actually, if I do it on this side as well, we can already. I don't know why it looks so soft here. I don't know. Maybe we need a little bit more white for this. I definitely hit something here with another color. If I can only remember what I did here. I think it's this one. No. It's not really matching in my eye. I don't know what's happening here. Like it feels that like I probably hit like soft blend when I was like cutting the road, and I probably hit some cut soft blending black, which is totally fine. I really prefer this version, but I really try to recreate this. Maybe I can do it like this, like color pick this one here. Maybe that will help me. Will that do the trick? Will that wash out? Yeah, it does. Nice. That actually did the trick. Nice. Now we can like bring that over to the rest of the. Nice. Like it. We have to be careful at things not looking so obvious been painted. Like so. So it's a little bit of like waxed in, and I'm also going to do that on this side as well, because I accidentally hit there, probably with soft blending before. There you go. Just to have it like it's blend in. It's all like really bit waxed out, but I kind of want to keep the color still because like it gives a little bit of like the cyberpunk and okay, so now what we need to do is we're going to try to match this one here with this one. I can of course do it like this, tweak the settings here, but you can see that will also affect the rest of the sculpt. So we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is basically what we did before. Color picker, and I'm just going to grab this here, and then I need subblend and opacity as low as possible so I can like control it a little bit better. And let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. I'm just going to softly paint over it and see the result. And hopefully the result is something that I prefer. Like so. I have to be careful because like I'm probably going to hit the side step again on this. It doesn't have to be completely the same color, but at least that it's like it's in the same family of color range. It's a little bit better, but it's not good enough. It's also because like this one, we tweaked the settings here, and we have not really done that on this one here. I can maybe try and see if we can mess up a little bit of this. And then let's see if we're going to use 145 and then darker. Yeah, I was afraid of that. No, this is definitely not the way the should go for. Okay, let me think. I can maybe try to use I can try to use lighter. I mean, yeah, why not? So I'm just going to color pick, and I'm just going to grab another spot like this here. And let's do it again. Like I said, it doesn't have to be completely the same color, and we can also just like change the color on the original source further on to match it a little bit better. But I kind of want to make it so that it fits to each other, right? That's my main goal. I did lose a little bit of like detail on the stone pattern, but I don't hate it. So it's I see that I made a mistake here. Trying to fix it a little bit. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to fix the staircase. I think the stone pad is already pretty good. Or like the pathway is pretty good. But I think I'm going to like fix the staircase a little bit now, because like I do really like now the softness of these stones. So how to do that is we're going to yeah, I'm going to save this. I'm just going to save version, say private, so we can always go back if things goes wrong. Now I know there's like a sun gadget in there. I'll keep it in there for now. And we're going back to, let me search, and then cyber, and then go to this one here, boink, edit. All right. Remove the hover effect, of course. Then we're going to grid, and now I'm going to open the stone pad here. And then we're going to try to match. I'll place it. Oh, I can also place it like where it belongs. Like so. So what I'm going to do is, instead of like we're going to touch these stone pads, I'm not going to do that anymore. We're going to like touch the staircase. So like it's matching a little bit of the color scheme. Because like the color scheme is a little bit like off looking, right? So like it looks really silly right now. I'm not really a big fan of this, so we're going to change that. And so all we need to do is paint modes, spray paint, color picker, this one here. Oh, going to use where? And not grid, but surface snap. Opacity as low as possible. Sub blend. And now we're just going to try make this a little bit darker. Just so it will match a little bit better with our previous stuff. And now that we are in this as well, it means that we can also do the bottom. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. I think what I'm going to do is, it is a little bit like, yeah, the only side, like the only sad part about this is that way, is that like we're losing a little bit of detail, level of detail, but I can fix that, of course. Not a big deal. I also think I'm going to add like the edges. I think I'm going to add more detail on this one. Because like it's so straight, and I don't think that it's like it doesn't make any sense when it's like it's so super straight. So I'm just going to alter its look a little bit. But I'm just going to use a little like darker paint. Just give a little bit more depth feel of the sculpt. So as you can see now, it's a lot better like smoothing, right? Like it's almost like it belongs now a little bit better to each other. The only thing that I'm going to change is because like these are very like straightforward cuts, and I don't per se like that. So what I'm going to do now, we are in this sculpt, I'm going to tweak that, and we're going to stamp shape, and not this. Let me do a cylinder, and I need that color. I'm not sure why I'm choosing a cylinder though, but but I just want to have like that the edges are a little bit more rounder to it. I'm just doing it in a long go. Let me do this in mirror mode. Will save me some time, because like this one is in mirror mode, so we can like do this on both sides. And I'm not going to subblend, but just a little bit of like that the edges are not so hard anymore, and we can even go a little bit more that it's like completely like uneven, and that gives a little bit, yeah, for me a personal taste, like a better approach, because like hard cut edges it's for me not really, not that I'm going for super realism, but a little bit close to it, and that's why I'm doing it. Like maybe we can do some, boom, so to make it uneven. So now the pad, as you can see, like it's not so hard anymore. It's like it's a soft little edge that's like it's broken down, and we can do it a little bit here as well, on the top. Still not really great, like so. And I'm just going to, and now, and because we did do it in mirror mode, it's also doing it on the other side as well, automatically for us, which saves me a lot of time. Like so. And having a little bit of cut in there, I think it's nice. I don't have to do it like too obvious, because yeah, that's going to like look like, oh, there's it's like it's so obvious that like it's cutting out, and we don't want to do that. Yeah, that's nice. And a little bit like the other way around. So like it's getting crooked a little bit. But this is just like giving you a little bit more of like a little bit slightly realism feel of some stone cuttings. It's like, yeah. I prefer like this. I don't really know why I did not do that beforehand. Oh, that looks really weird here. What did I do here? Okay. Let me redo that. But if you want to make sure that like some of your sculpts are going to, if you're going for realism, of course, like if you want to go a little bit for more realism, don't go per se for hard edges, but always make it a little bit of like that have been broken down or have seen, it has seen weather, different weather and stuff like that. All right. This is way too obvious what I'm doing. Don't want to make it too obvious. It needs to make sense that it's all right. All right, now we need to do the front. And I don't need to do this in mirror mode anymore, so we can remove the mirror mode. The mirror mode part is done. And let me see how I'm going to do this here without making it too obvious. Yeah, that's okay. Totally fine. And of course, like these stone bricks are like in squares, but if you put a small touch to it, to the edges, and so that the brick, like the brick is not like fully in its in a straight line, so like it's blending a little bit better in. I prefer that. We probably need to maybe, yeah, paint a little bit again over it. I don't know. I try not to touch too much because, yeah, a little bit waste if we do that. Like I don't want to lose the detail that we did earlier. It's like this details here, the scratches off. I don't want to lose that detail. Okay, now the last one. Or well, we have another one, basically. One. Pretty hard to tell if I'm close or not. Whoop. Maybe flip it to the other side a little bit. So, like that. It's a minor difference, but but it's really like a low detail, but the small detail, I mean. Okay, so now we only need to do the this one always kind of looks that it's like not super straight. I will keep it like this. All right, so that one is done. So now let me first check again if we can change. I think we can still like change the color a little bit. We used a little bit more gray, so I'm just going to use spray paint again. And then square. Curve snap. I really wish we had presets for this, so I don't have to redo all of this process again. I'm still hoping and waiting for that to happen someday. I want presets. Let me do subblend. And just trying to get as close as possible for what we have done on the other side. A little bit of like trial and error a little bit. But it's close. It's definitely close. We have like, yeah, we lose a little bit of like level detail on the stone pad, but like I said, I can like bring that back again. I think that this is a little bit more in the same color range. Let me go inside here. Pull this out. Like I always want to test this out on, because like it's going to be nighttime probably in my in my scene, so I want to see how that is like going to look a little bit in nighttime vision, sort of. What do you guys think? Is this close enough? I think it's a little bit better blending into the stone pad. We're probably maybe going to add a little bit more detail on the stone pad itself again. So like it's also maybe stretched out here and there. But I think we're kinda in the same color scheme. Can try maybe these settings here. Maybe still on a 50. Yeah, like that. I don't, not too much, because like if I do too much, like if I bring this to 200, for example, we lose all the detail, so you don't want to do that. But I think this is pretty much close. The only, yeah, like the other one was 0%, right? So this one is like 0% on the tint amount. And maybe I need to do that here as well. And then repaint it. I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. I'm not sure if this is a smart move, but I want to try it anyway. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it's now a little bit too bright. Yeah, okay. You know what? I will keep it what we had before. I think that was like the closest that we could get. Like this here. I think that is... yeah, I think that like... maybe even darker. And then... so, maybe? I think that this is... yeah, there's still like a little bit of like a difference between the colors. Maybe this. Maybe better. think this is maybe better. I think this is close. This is definitely close. All right. All we need to do is I'm just going to no, this is fine. Or actually, no, I kind of this is really like disturbing a little bit for me. A little bit too dark here. All right. Yeah. There are some like stuff that like it's a little bit too obvious, so I try to blend that a little bit better in. Okay, I think that this is more like it. So let's do the other side. So we're going to clone this one, flip it around, because this one we're going to use for like reusing this asset on different purposes. I'm not going to touch. I can like remove all this, but if I do that, like it will add graphics. So we're not going to do that. But okay. It's only set up like it's that if I ever going to do this again in the future, I think I'm going to do like a pathway that like it's the size of the stone pad, so like I can easily make it one. It would have been made a little bit more sense if you don't know what I mean, like this. So we have like one asset, and I personally think that if I ever go to if I ever go to do something like this again, I will do something like this, so I can easily make it like all connect to each other pretty easily. But that is something for like future. So now basically we're going to place this over here, and all we need to do is we're going to make sure that like it's blended a little bit better. We're going to using the same technique as what we did on the other one, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more detail on this stone as well. I think I'm going to like cut a little bit of like maybe into little bit pieces. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to use so let me first cut before we're going to actually paint it. So this one here, I'm just not going to use server snap like it. And okay, let me see how I'm going to come on square. Yep. Wait, we have this in mirror mode, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that will save me a little bit of time. I'm only to see like what kind of pattern are we going for? I have no idea. I have no idea my pattern. It's going to be a simple one. It's not going to be something like too crazy or anything like that. But we're going to make that the sides are super small. Super small. Actually, you don't want to like to drop something and you cannot like get it out or anything. Too thin. Too thin. Jip, jip, jip. I need to really make like a small cut as possible. Like something like this, and then we need to squeeze this one out. Not in that direction, Jacta. I messed up. I messed up. Oh no, I messed up. Oh no. I'll just blame my imp. My imp selecting the other side. It's totally not me. Okay, I'm not really sure if this is like visible now. Is it visible? It is visible. Oh, okay. It says now +1 because apparently, oh yeah, my mistake. We forgot to connect these two things to each other. There we go. Now it's connected. And now we can just like do this again. If my imp allows me to do it. Okay, so I'm not really sure like what is my design of the pathway going to look like. I have no clue. Okay, is this too small? I don't know. I think I'm just going to do something like this and then see. Like so. Or no, Jetta, no. What if we... Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. I'm just going to make just like big plates. Not like this, but but a little bit in the line of this. I really need to see another one next to it. And let me connect this one as well. Okay, so what I'm not really sure like what pattern. I think I'm just going to make like normal squares. But I don't need to move this one a little bit better around. Something like this. This kind of looks okay. Yes. Okay. And now we need to do the and I'm going to do one in its center. I just can clone this one and then flip this around. I think I'm going to do something like this. It's simple, but it's a simple design. Not anything. Oh, not anything crazy. Now we only need to make sure that gets I'm selecting wrong stuff. Is this kind of like the same stuff here? I don't know. How does it look like if we also clone it on this way? Yeah, I was thinking of that. So what we need to do is, not sure if this is going to work actually. No, because like it's one-on-one grid. Oh, it is one. No, it is not one-on-one grid. Interesting. The only issue is if I touch this one. Well, I actually can do it. Wait, but then I need to remake. Yeah, what if I just do it like this? Not in its entirety. Just like a little bit hovering over it, like so. Okay, it says +1. That's because like we didn't clone that one. It's now this one perfectly fits. I'm a genius. Genius. All right. And then we can like just like make sure that like it's all together. Stand by together. All right. And so what I did is just I cut only the lower one here. So we still have the other side that we can use for this here. So you're not going to see that. And then the other way around, you're going to like, you can use it as a floor pad. So now we all need to do is paint it, make sure like it's blending all together, because like if you look right now, like it looks really silly. So that's what we're going to do, and then I think that the stone pad is done. Oh my gosh, then we're getting really close to well, that's not true. We still we still need a lot of stuff. We still need lampposts and props and neon lights, of course. We need billboards. There's so much more that we still need to add. But I cannot wait till we can finally put the whole scene together, because like that's when it gets fun. I'm just going to do it like this, so like on all sides, that it's like hit the servers. And the reason why I'm doing that, so because like I can now see a little bit better if how it looks blending all together in the different. The only thing I need to do is make sure it's all connected, so all the changes that I make on this plate here, it will also change on the rest of the plates. And the reason why I'm doing this is because like if I change something here, it will automatically, or like if I change something on here, it will also automatically also changing on here as well. And then I know if it's blending, if the stones are blending in together, if I'm going to clone more tiles next to each other. This is how I do it. And this is for me like always the best way to do that. Just so I know that like it blends well together, and like it doesn't look like it's so like repeating. Although you can't really avoid it, but unless you're going to make different versions. But this is how I do that. So we need spray paint, and am I going to use mirror mode? I can, yeah, we can for this, to be honest. And all right, so we need, yeah, I think this is already pretty good. And like so, like now it's like it's, you can see like it's already blending a little bit better. Till the point that we were like, yeah, this looks good. Okay, it's already on its lowest. I have to be careful not to make this too big, by the way, because like I don't want to like hit at it accidentally, like this side. That's a little bit like the scare part that I'm okay, for some reason now it's super dark. I don't know why it's so you know what, let me already paint the details. I'm just going to use the donut technique for this. Make it super small. And we're going to use a little bit brighter. And no soul blend. Maybe a little bit more opacity. I think like half, like quarter of the... Then we're going to flip this one super fast around. And then we're going to paint. And probably we're not going to see much. And so in order to do that, we need more opacity. Flip it around. If you don't know how to flip this around, if you have like the touchpad of your controller and if you move your finger over it, you can flip your paint. Come on. Oh, want me to do the thing that I want. Why is it not moving? Well, it's moving, but not like in the way how I want. There you go. That's what I was like hoping for. All right, let's paint. I'm not sure if it's... Is it seeable? Not really. Do I need to have lighter? Ah, yeah. Okay, that was the issue. We were in the same paint color. So now I can go a little bit less opacity again. So let's stay around here. Oh. And now we can paint the stone pad. Give more detail on it. And because like we're doing this, in mirror mode, so I had to cough a little bit. I need to drink. ASMR. The air is a little bit dry here. It's going to be super warm in a couple of days. All right, so hydration is very important. So, but the good thing about this is now that we're painting one tile, it's also doing the other side as well. And then I can easily see if we doing okay. And that's like it's blending in together. So what I mean is like you can also see that it's happening on the other side as well. Because it's all connected. And we're also like in mirror mode as well. But we all need to make sure this is like a little bit like the scary, like not scary part, but like you need to be careful of this is because like we're also in mirror mode, you're actually going to mirror this as well. So what we need to do, I'm just going to go back a little bit and show the difference. Because like my videos, like sculpting videos are AKA also tutorials. I just say it. Like normal, I have like tutorials like on my YouTube channel. But technically my sculpting videos are also tutorials. But not going to do this in mirror mode. Because if I do this here, it will also doing it on the other side, which means it's also doing it on this side, and then like it's get mirrored, and that's exactly what I don't wanna. So we're just going to do this manually. I just decided that so that it doesn't look like it's cloned and it's not like it's mirrored. So it takes a little bit more time because we're going to do it manually, everything. And yeah, that's like a little bit more time consuming, of course, but the end result is a lot better. Now we're going to do the other side. And then you can see the difference. Hopefully you can see the difference, what I was talking about. Because like I can never paint in the same way that I did on the other side. That's, I mean, it is possible, but like it won't going to happen that much. So now, like as you can see, that it's not technically in mirror mode anymore. Only this part because like I couldn't go back further for some reason. I think it's like it's too complex, so just like going to do a little more manually here. Blah 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 blah. So now it's like a little bit more on its unique. And if I do that on all the tiles, then you get like a little bit more like blending in all together. Standing all together. And then, yeah. A little bit better result, so to say. I also need to do like, am I also going to do, yeah. We do need to do that as well. I hope I have time left for that. But I need to do also the stuff in between a little bit darker. So it's sticking a little bit more out. We get a little bit of like better and awesome results to this as well. Making stones is a lot easier than making a street itself. Although I'm really happy that with the outcome already. And I think it's going to look very, I hope it's going to look very cool with all the lights effects and because like that's what we're going to do, of course, when we put all these assets together in the scene. With all the lights, we're going to add light effect. We're going to add maybe some smoke and yeah, some neon lights is going to happen. We're going to do color scheme of our environment. There's so much more that we're going to add to that scene that it's almost not recognizable maybe anymore of what we have done. But it should hopefully be blending all together in. And that is like the next, like if everything is done, all the assets are done, that will be, I think that's maybe for my personal opinion, that's for my personal thing the most satisfying. Besides painting is also very satisfying to do. But putting worlds together is really my jam. I love to do world design. And if you're not aware of my content, I really love to make world design stuff. And I will do my best to make sure that it looks good. So now you can see like it still looks a little bit weird, right? You can still see, and that's because like there is like darker spots around the edges, which is really weird because like it's not like in the center, it's not very blending in. So what we're going to do now is we're going for the square again, and then we're going for a little bit darker, and this time no opacity, but or fully opacity, sorry, and hopefully, oh, not too big, projectile, not too big. Okay, I need to see how I'm going to do this without touching the other side. Let's go. All right, so my camera turns completely the other way around. My brain was like, what is happening? Okay, and I'm just going to paint a little bit over. So now it's like it's a little bit blend in, and of course you're still going to see it. Like if you're like super far away, you can still see the repetition. But if you get a little bit closer, it's almost like it's non-visible anymore. And I'm just going to like do the in-between stuff still, and then I think we are done. Yeah, I think that we are done then. And okay, maybe I see now that we still have some differences here. So I kind of want to keep that in the same color as well. There's still a lot of like fine tuning on this one. All right, so now we're just going to use a little bit darker, and I'm just going to do this manually. I am going to do this in mirror mode because that will save me a little bit more time. And now I need to do this. I need to be very careful with this one here. So now it gives a little bit more life to the sculpt because now we're adding basically fake shadows and more depth into the stone. And if we have done all that, like then the stones are really popping out, just like what we did on this one here. So that's what we're doing. It's a little bit more time consuming, but I can also make like one big line and then like stamp it into the place. You're probably already maybe shouting that to my to your screen. Like, oh, I would have just like... But the reason why I'm doing it like this, like why I'm doing it like manually, is that it's not going to look so super straightforward, super clean, because it's going to look out of match if you're going to make it like that. So that's why I'm doing this manually. That's the reason why I'm doing that. So it gets a little bit of like an uneven paintery, which gives a little bit more realism if you're making one straight line in the paint. That's why I'm doing that in this approach. But if you want to do like one big square, like a rectangle basically, and then like push it all the way to the other side, it's a way to do it, but I'm not really liking that because that makes it like I don't know, like I don't like it. I don't like it. Really need to, my hands are, I don't really I have a good steady hand, but my imp think otherwise. But I kind of like to do it like manually. And okay. Almost done. So you can see now that like the stones are now a little bit more popping out, right? And we forgot, yeah, we forgot here. Like, what did we forgot? But we forgot this. Let me. Oh, I thought that was like, I need this one here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm scoping into this one here, and then like make this darker. Hopefully that works. It's a little bit more like time consuming, but as long as like the end result is there, it's all to it. Yoink. Okay. Perfect. Oh, we forgot one. We forgot this one here. And I think that one as well. It is like you're adding basic like depth to the sculpt, right? And now you can see all the squares. And the good thing about it is like you can clone this as many as you like, and they all fit together pretty well. I might maybe do some tweaking here, still there, here and there, but you're not really going to know. And I'm not going to use this, to be honest. Like we're actually going to only use this only. That's the only thing what we're going to do. I think we're only make it like a little bit darker still. Try to at least like getting a little bit closer. I have to be careful. To be completely honest, I also need to make sure that this one is getting a little bit better next to that. I'm not sure if I should also let me see what is wise, like the end of this line basically here. I think that I'm going to do one more cutting. But it's not in a good position. But we can change that. So there's like a little bit of a line. Oh, you're not really seeing it. You're not really seeing it. All right. I need to make sure. What can we do? I can stretch this. I can also. Is this on one grid? It is not. Now it is. Now it is on one grid. Okay. What is smart? What is smart? Is this maybe... This can work, but then we need to paint a little bit on the sides as well. So like it's... Or I can... No, I need to redo this one. I need to redo this one as well. Okay. Like the other side. I need to redo that. All right. So now we... I know I said... All right. But now we need to make this a little bit darker. So that we can match that still with the... with this one here. I hope I can do it. Always a little bit tricky. Oh, it's always a little bit tricky. Not mirror mode. Thank you. Sub. Oh, not in a whole. Sub blend. And opacity as low as possible. Oh, let's hope we can do this. I'm not going to stretch this one a little bit out. Did it? For some reason, do I need to make a pre-made for this? I don't want to make it too dark. For some reason, sometimes like sub blending painting it's not always going in the direction that I want. Not always happy with it. Still very, it's still not in the same range, and I don't. 115 works, but that means that I need to do it on this one as well. Oh. That looks better. That looks better. Okay, and now I need to check if this is also going well in the repeat. Ooh. Oh, that's let me see. Do I like that or not? Just going to clone a few. I don't need this one. Do I like the connection between this one? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that. But that's the reason why that is because like we did this, right? We did. that's why basically why that happened. And I'm not sure if that's actually something that I would prefer. Let me put it all together again. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I am a super big fan of that. Okay, I have another idea. So instead of like that we putting the line a little bit further away, I can, and I think I'm going to use the precise tool for this. I don't see any other reason, any other way to do this otherwise, but I can also put it like, oh, put it a little bit like, oh, come on. Oh, come on. Imp, not now. I'm going to change you again if you keep doing this. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait, why is it not? How does that look over here? Yeah. That doesn't look so good, doesn't it? What if I because like it overlaps and it's strange because it should be on grid and it's in mirror mode. Like these things are in mirror mode, so it should be on grid. On both sides, but it's not doing that. Let me think. Yeah, am I going to bother with this? I mean, you're not seeing it from afar. You really need to zoom in pretty close to see the weird. And I know that like it's a little bit like a dreams thing. Happens a lot. But to be honest, you're not going to see it as much as we are a little bit further away from the servers. So I'm not really going to bother with this much. I only don't like the black spots that we created right now. And I'm already over the 1 hour again. What is this with his videos lately? But I really want to make like sure that like it's, oh wait. I really want to like make it like it's blend in a little bit better. Like I said, I don't want to make it too obvious. It's still too obvious in my taste. So close and yet so far away. going to use. Is this better? Is this better? I think this is better. Okay. I think I go for this. So this is what it is, huh? Okay. So this is what I'm going for. Ugh. There are some stuff here and there that I'm still seeing what happening with the color scheme, but that's all for later. I think I'm just going to give it a call from here on. But yeah, I think that there's like it's not too bad. I think we did a good job with finding the right color match a little bit better. Could be like, it's not like super the same, but it doesn't have to be, as long as like it's a little bit in the same range as the color. It don't have to be the same color, but like at least like it's close to it. And I can always like tweak it eventually anyway, so I can always say like tweak it here, so we find a good match. Maybe here a little bit. I want to make it too dark, but this one is better. This one is actually better, to be honest. And okay, I'm just going to fix one more thing, and I'm going to give it a call for today. Because I now see that, and I think that this happens. Okay, so let me pick the color here. Why is it getting darker instead of lighter? That's weird. I think it's because like we painted on the other side a little bit, and that's messed up on this side as well. I think that's what happened. All right. The only thing we need to do, and I'm going to do it in the next video, we're going to bring back the detail on this stone, so like it's blending better together. But for now, I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it so far in the video. If so, you know what to do. You know how YouTube works. I'm not going to back it for it. That's for you. That's up to you to decide if you want that or not. It's a little bit like it's fun to do this, to be honest, but it's yeah, I really can't wait till like with proper lighting and stuff like that, when lights effects are in there, like then the scene really makes sense what he has done. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed so far, and as always, don't forget to dream, everybody, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.